Live, and we have Lynn, Sharon, and Laura, daughters of the American Revolution. So glad to have you ladies on the show. It's always fun to have lots of people talking. And so tell us, you have Wreaths Across America. Wreathsacrossamerica.org is the website, right? What are we going to do?
We are having a ceremony for the first year in Jackson at the Sunset View Cemetery on December 13th. 8:45 is the cutoff time to get into the cemetery by car, and then our ceremony starts about 5 minutes to 9. We have a moment of silence that we have to observe at 9 o'clock. It coincides with the moment of silence in Arlington at noon, but this is also around the world. This started in 2005, the organization, the full organization, and has grown to numerous cemeteries and around the world.
Wonderful. And is this put on by Daughters of the American Revolution, or who hosts it?
No. Well, we are hosting the Wreaths Across America program.
Okay.
And
tell us a little bit about how we can get involved with Wreaths Across America. Where could we locate one of you ladies if we wanted to make a donation for a wreath?
Well, we call it a sponsorship and not a donation or a purchase of a wreath, because you're not going to get anything back. The $15 will sponsor a wreath to be sent actually to Sunset View Cemetery, or you can designate anyone you want, but of course we're pushing for the local.
Sure, local.
And we get, for every sponsorship, a wreath will be sent to the cemetery. So in order to cover the cemetery, which we're hoping for 500, we have to get that many sponsorships. So that's the only way we get them. The government doesn't provide them, and they don't just magically appear. They have to be sponsored by individuals, groups, whatever.
So corporations can make a bulk donation if they, or bulk sponsorship if they like. Individuals can sponsor one wreath or as many wreaths at a time.
Yes.
And so how do they get a hold of you? Where are you going to be at so they can contact you?
Well, you can bring your sponsorship or check made out to Wreaths Across America, or cash. It doesn't have to be $15 increments by cash. A lot of people just hand a 20 and keep the change. And that accumulates into more wreaths and more wreaths in $5 increments. You can bring it to New York Fitness. I'm there Monday through Friday. We are closed Thanksgiving. So if you want to come in, drop off your donation at New York Fitness. We're open 5 in the morning till 10 at night, Monday through Thursday. And then,
that's great.
Lesser hours on Friday and Saturday, Sunday. But we'd be happy to be a donation, sponsorship collection facility for Wreaths Across America.
Good. Where else can we do that?
ALP also has them at her desk, and I will be at the Safeway Starbucks in the afternoon tomorrow. And we're sending out this group on Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then after that, people have to do it online.
Okay.
The cutoff is December 1st for the Wreaths Across America organization, because that's when they get their final count and they start loading the trucks, basically, with these wreaths. So we have to have that count. Anything that goes in that next week will get credited for our next year's program. So
it's still going to be utilized.
Lost if you don't make it by then. But our push is to get the last group in the mail by the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So,
is the ceremony open to the public?
oh, definitely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, the more the merrier. Everyone there will be allowed to take a wreath once the program is over and actually place it on a grave site. It's a very touching program and observation, really. And so we'd like a lot of people there too, obviously, to do that and to honor the veterans. Wreaths Across America's motto is remember, honor, and teach. And so through this, obviously, we're remembering the veterans, we're honoring them, and we want to teach children. We'd love to have as many kids as we could to teach them that their freedom didn't come free. It cost somebody. And
this is just a time out during our busy Christmas season to remember our vets, thank their families for their sacrifices as well. Some have kind of questioned, why are you spending this money to honor the dead? But, tell a Gold Star mother, And I saw a letter written by one who was just so blown away when she saw the wreath on her son's grave that she didn't even know was going to be placed there. And they did start with national cemeteries, and that's why, the Johnsons have been wonderful getting Sunset View, and they've been very helpful.
Yes.
And actually, we've had a lot of local sponsors, different people. ALP has donated all the printing.
Oh, wow.
Dave Holb is doing our sound system. The American Legion, of course,
Love them.
they've come through a lot, and the Veterans of Foreign Wars, just to name a few, we've had a lot of help.
Perfect timing, too, because, we just celebrated Veterans Day recently. Fabulous parade in downtown Jackson. I was thrilled to be there. I was able to cover it for TSPN, and it really gave me a different perspective on what's happening on Veterans Day, because I was actually involved in it. And so that's kind of the neat thing, is anybody out there can get involved in it by making this sponsorship and providing a wreath, and even coming out to the ceremony, because that's when you really see, oh, wow, there's so much going on. I didn't even know. It's really an enlightenment.
It's also kind of a gift. On their form here, they have in memory of or in honor of. And many families are doing it, obviously, in memory of their loved one, or others are doing it for a boy down the street, And Wreaths Across America has a virtual board on their site that they will show all the in memories and in honor of.
That's great.
That you can go on their site later and look at.
And for the younger people out there, there's so many of our parents and grandparents that have served their veterans. They're not necessarily veterans of foreign wars, but they could just be veterans of the different arms of the service. So I encourage you to get out there. Wreathsacrossamerica.org. Thanks so much, ladies. We'll be right back. Stay with us.